Well, my stove decided it would pop and stop working while my lovely wife was cooking. So I decided to investigate, see if I could find any burnt components. Of course, I've taken the top off of here, looking around, see if I see anything that's burnt, maybe a burnt capacitor or something. The breaker actually did go off. The breaker went off, and it did exactly what it's supposed to do, but the pop is problematic because I don't know what popped. We heard a physical pop, like a pop. Louder than that, of course. So I'm looking to see if I can find a burnt circuit board, a burnt component, or something. There may be nothing wrong with it, but it has never happened before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this big plug and plug it back into the socket, and I'm going to reset the breaker and see if the stove comes on. So the stove went off, turned off. So the stove turned off, and what I'm going to do is actually plug this back in and reset the breaker and see if it turns back on. I would hate to have to just buy my lovely wife a brand new stove just because of a pop. It that would just, she would probably get a kick out of that. She probably would make other things just pop too, just so I could buy another one. But okay, so I can take a joke. So I'm gonna plug this back in. Let's see what we got here. All right, I reset the breaker, and I do see the surface indicator light on. It's like still have surface unit. It shows says surface unit is So the power is on, but it shows one of the surface units are on, even though the switch is out. Bring it over. All right. I was cooking, so part my super clean stove here, but if I was perfect, I wouldn't be here. Oh, did I say that? I did say that, didn't I? Okay. So the surface unit red light is on for some reason, and these appear to be off. So let me see if this one heats up front. Of course, I'm not going to touch it. This one right here, I'm not going to touch it. Oh, it's heating up, so that means that works. Okay, test number one for the front one. Turn that off. The rear one, same side. That's working. I'm going to test the other rear one. All right, got heat coming out of that front one. Okay, so all the surface ones work. So let's see the oven. See if the oven light comes on. Wait a minute. You said lit up. What do you mean lit up? Oh, do that again. All right, go ahead. Turn it again. All right, turn the other one. Light went out, right?
Light went out, yeah. So light's on. lights off, and this is the next one. Lights on, lights off.
Okay.
This is the next one. Light is not on, and I'm turning it.
Light's not on, right?
Yeah. And then the light's not on.
All right, turn the other one far. Further.
I did.
Look right here. So we had a popping sound, which looked real close. This black wire went and connected with the red wire, which caused a short, which caused the thing to short out, which the circuit breaker shorted. So if you look very closely,
Oh yeah, there you go. That's
see the burnt spot. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. The wires touched and shorted.
Oh, hold on. There you go.
So need to replace the wire.
And it should be good.
And we should be good. So I need to see if the black wire was actually burned through. I don't see a burn through on the black wire, but the red wire definitely had some challenges here. Okay. What happened earlier was we heard a popping sound from the stove, and I thought something had blown and the circuit breaker had gone off. And what happened was there appears to be a short in the wire, and I'm going to plug this back on and show you where the problem is as far as the lights, the surface light indicators. So I'm going to just plug the cord back up here so you can see. So in troubleshooting, you have the surface indication light. If I turn on this side, the surface indication light comes on. Turn it off, it goes off. Turns on for the other one, goes off. If I turn on the surface indication light for this left side, the surface indicator doesn't come on, and for the other one the same, because there's a short in the wire in the back. So I'm going to unplug it so I don't touch the back. So I'm going to unplug the stove again. But let's show you the break. We're going to unplug this cord here so it don't get electrocuted. But you see here, there's a broken wire. So the circuit breaker broke. So this indicator wire that shows whether it's on or not, on or off, actually there's a break in the circuit. So what I'm going to do is attempt to cut this and combine it back together to fix the problem. So let me see if I can cut it right here. Trying to use the existing wire. So let's see if I can cut it close enough where I can actually just get some of the waste off of the insulation off of the wire. Okay. So if you do this just right, wire strippers may work. Let's see. Sometimes it's more difficult than a wire stripper without a handle in it. Tell you. So you put that on here and try to pull the wires off if you get the right size. And see, so you can strip it. Yeah, try not to cut the wire. That would be a no-no. But I don't have the highest quality wire strippers. But let's see. Good. Well, let's see here. All right, this is going to be interesting. There you go. So I did get some wire off of there. Okay. Let me see if I can get some wire off the other end. This is tight. What I'm going to do is take this connector off. I'm going to do it the easier way. Take it off without pull the connector off. Of course, someone would say, "Hey man, why don't you just pull the connector off?" Well, sometimes you do things the hard way until you think about it. Even people who know how to do stuff, they sometimes forget the obvious steps. So I'm going to turn that a little bit. See if I can remove enough of this wire insulation. If I can cut it without cutting the wire, that'd be great. And without cutting my hands. Now, unfortunately, I have fingernails that I don't mind sacrificing because I'm supposed to cut my fingernails. But, yeah, I don't care that much about fingernails anyway. So, I'm just going to keep working at this. So, if I had a real sharp wire stripper and I did it properly, it might have been done by now, but it's okay. There you go. So that wire, so we strip those wires, and not sure I have enough for. I'm going to try to use this, one of these, to do this. Let's see. Wire nut. Okay. Now, if I'm lucky enough, see that's tight, and I have allowed enough space, then this is a done deal. So now let me take these and see if I can put this back on top of here very carefully. Line that up. Okay. I got it on there. Push that in there. Okay, that's done. Now, let's go to the front. Let's plug this back up. Move these screws out of the way so I don't lose them all. And let's see if it works. I just found a wire nut in my garage. So now, let's go back to the front here. Power's back on, it's blinking. And let's test the side that didn't work. See? The surface indicator light is on. You see that? The surface indicator light is on. Wasn't on before. And for the other one, surface indicator light is on. Let's test the other one. Surface indication light is on. All right. Problem is fixed. Now what I'm going to do is unplug it and put the back on. And then push the stove back in place. And my wife will not get a new stove. I fixed it. She will not get a new stove. I am so happy. I am so happy she doesn't get a new stove. But I would have gotten one though. I would have gotten one, but she's not getting one this time. All right, let's. That is funny. When you can fix almost anything, there's a problem. Oh, okay. There you go. Good gracious. There you go. So I was trying to get that tab there. It fits the correct way. So if you're trying to put it on the wrong way, don't worry about it. It ain't gonna go on. Put it on the right way. Get the screw started there. Screw started here. See here. All right. All right, we're not going to tighten that all the way up. Just gotta hold it and get some more screws in there. Get those screws stuff. Oh man. Well. Alright, got that on there. It's so loose, turn it like that. And get some tension, and I'm gonna screw it right here. Anyway, one of my screws are missing. I think I kicked it under here. Wow. Oh, 2 screws. There you go. Move it back. So, all right, we'll put this screw here. Woo! This job is a beautiful job. I'm glad I know how to fix stuff, because now I don't have to buy my wife a brand new stove. And that just tickles me to death. I have to call her and tell her, hey, I fixed it. She's probably, oh, shoot, you fixed it. But anyway, one of those things. So I got to get this here. Got one more screw to put in. One more screw to put in here. So put this up here somewhere. Let me make that like that. Make sure not to cut the wires. You're going to be careful putting things together. Don't cut the wires, because some of these metal pieces are actually sharp. So if you take care, be nice, and don't press things in real fast, you won't create another problem. I'm supposed to take that up so far anyway. So, and let's see if one of the screws line up. So I think I still have it incorrect, because I think I had it reversed. Because the ventilation is for the electrical, see? The ventilation for the electrical, and I had it backwards. So you can remember and take logical times you can put things together. Not a lot of work. So, and the hole lines up. So this hole right here. Let's see. See that? So now that hole lines up. Right here. Hole lines up. And they had one screw in there, of course. That's what they gave me, so. One screw in. Method here. Just I'll put this on here and just start it. So I'll put that back. Oh, woo! All right. All right. Let's see. See if I can get any more crud that was stored under here. You know, just so we have some in case we needed some stuff, old food and stuff, stored right up under there. That's a joke. It's not on purpose. It's just stuff falls back there, and you can't get it unless you remove your stove every once in a while, which should be something to do. Remove it and get the stuff out, so you don't have where ants can have a buffet back here behind your stove. So you don't want to have the ant buffet thing going. So let me plug this back up and slide the stove back in, and contact my beautiful wife and say, sorry. I'm too good at what I do. You don't get a new stove this time, but you can break it a little better next time. She didn't break it, broke it, so just don't blame anything on somebody that don't need to be blamed, because now you're gonna be in trouble. So, all right, and do one more test. The light come on? Yes! The light comes on! Look! See that light? You see that red light? Can you see that red light's on? I need you to see this. You see that red light's on? Red light's on. Red light's on. Red light's off. Red light's on. Red light's off. Yay! Yeah, okay. I need to clean this stove up a little bit. Just to make it nice for it, make it look like a new one. When you're good, you're good. The Howard Angle. Subscribe. Where you learn to do some of the stuff that you want to learn. You want to learn how to do some stuff? You just got to go at it. Practice. I know how to fix a lot of things anyway, so I didn't have to YouTube this one. And we were able to track down that electrical short. And of course, I got an assistant here that I normally don't have, so she got some better pictures here. So thank him for that. But I could do it by myself. It just would look a little more interesting. But the Howard Angle, subscribe, where you learn how to do a lot of stuff. You get new skills. But I do need 1,000 subscribers. So thank you, and have a good day.